Well, we've safely arrived on this Wednesday, the second day of October, 2019. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, back on the air. Thanks for starting your day with us here. Local TV, local people. And by local, I mean just a little nuts, actually. Dan Kuntz, your host. Good show for you today. Lots going on. A couple of days ago, I went and visited my friend Thom Nees, the executive director of Serve Wenatchee Valley. They're going to move into a new home in downtown Wenatchee coming up in a couple of weeks. We had a chance to tour the new location of Serve Wenatchee Valley, a video tour with Thom Nees. We'll have that for you in the back half of the program. And we have all the usual things that you're used to on this Wednesday. We're going to, instead of giving you the preview like I always do, we want to jump right into the cameras around the valley because Megan tells me that we got some spectacular footage today. And we do. Wow. Thank you, Megan, for pointing that out to me. It is sunrise right now, 7:01. And that's what we're getting. Look at the clouds and oh, wow. Look at the snow that's been disappearing from the upper elevations around north central Washington. The cross cameras pointed a little bit to the east, but wow, good call, Megan. If that's a start of the other three cameras, I'm looking forward to what we got coming up next. Good morning, Wenatchee Valley, a beautiful but chilly Wednesday morning. It's 40 degrees outside of our studios. I can't wait to find out where we're going next, Megan. Oh, gee, look at that. Omi Gardens camera looking right down towards the sun as it peeks over the East Wenatchee bench. Look at the orange and the pink and the red. Oh, my God. Let's just look at this all day. So we're not going to do the weather. We're not going to do the news. We're not going to do sports. We're not going to do any of that stuff. Oh, and there's a bird. Wowee. Good call, Megan. Camera 3. We did it again. I don't know, Tom Watered, but I'm sorry. Oh, that's Steins. Oh, hi. Good morning, Cashmere. You're down there somewhere. Look at that. That's just incredible. I have no words to describe the way that the clouds look today, the high clouds. It's going to be a dry day today, by the way, and a very, very autumnal day weather-wise. Just a little preview there. Good morning, Cashmere. Thanks for joining us. We'll be up there, of course, on Friday night to cover the Cashmere Bulldogs as they take on the OMAC Pioneers in CTL football. We're looking forward to that. Camera 4, while the sun's getting the job done, is a beautiful shot of I don't know where. That's Nanapoc Ridge up there in the Lake Wenatchee area. Cole's Corner, named after, of course, Cole Corner, the great American songwriter. That is just stunning. Wow. We're going to be able to probably do this, my guess is, for the rest of this week. Sunrise at 7:01, so it's been up for about 2 minutes now. Sunset tonight is 6:38, 11 hours and 37 minutes of daylight. We're losing about anywhere between 90 seconds to 2 minutes of daylight every day. But this is what we're in for the rest of the week during the live portion of this program. I'm a happy camper. There's your forecast from the National Weather Service. As I mentioned, it is chilly. It's only 40 degrees outside. Yesterday, we were well below normal. Our normal high for the first day of October yesterday should have been 70. We only hit 57. That gave us 5 consecutive days of the high temperature below normal, actually well below normal, but not record-breaking like we had over the weekend. Lots of sunshine today, high 58, so it's going to be dry after that cold morning start. You got to, be a little patient, but eventually we'll climb up there. Temperatures moderate a little bit, as you can see. On Thursday, we'll have quite a bit of sunshine. We'll have a couple of clouds tonight and an overnight low of 43. Lots of sunshine on Thursday, but late in the day, we'll have just a weak system. It's going to kind of pass through, kind of go whoop, right through the area on Thursday night. So we'll cloud up. We're going to cloud up tonight and cloud up again on Thursday night, but during the daylight hours, we'll have quite a bit of sunshine. The only thing on Friday I want to point out is going to be a little breezy at times. On Friday, we could see winds gusting as high as 18 miles an hour on Friday afternoon. Friday night, partly cloudy, 42 for the overnight low. Good looking weekend. Mixture of clouds and sun on Saturday, high near 64. Lots of sunshine on Sunday, and a high near 66. It's just a weak weather system that's going to kind of drop in and say hi on Saturday, but it'll be gone by Sunday. And then we have mild and dry conditions for most of next week until we get to Tuesday. But I got no complaints at all about that forecast. But again, all of these temperatures that you see, with the exception of next Monday, we're going to bump up to the upper 60s. All of those temperatures are actually still below normal. We still have that cold air. We had that system that came through, that low pressure system that just brought in all of that Arctic air from the Gulf of Alaska and gave us those record-breaking cold temperatures on Saturday and Sunday. Well, that system's long gone. It's out of here. But the cold air that came in with it is still hanging around, which is why we just can't seem to warm up. And even though we're normally right around 69 or 70 for our afternoon high this time of the year, we're not going to get there for the rest of this weekend and this weekend, but it should be dry. So there's your counterbalance, if you will. It is 6 minutes after the hour. We have a lot of news. Boy, the news department, even though we were shorthanded, Grant Olson is taking some time off, and Jefferson Robbins is handling the news duties in the anchor chair for the evening news. So we were shorthanded yesterday, but boy, were we busy. We had a lot of things going on. What made news on Tuesday? I will let you know in 1 minute. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're broadcasting live this morning from Studio 7 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Live channel.
My first experience with CVCH, I had to come in with my daughter by myself with a cut in my hand that required stitches. And the care and compassion of CVCH was really significant, that they took the care and compassion and made me feel more as a human instead of just a patient there. The care they have for their community all around, inside and outside the clinic, is what I feel like is different. And that's what makes me want to come back to CVCH and recommend them to my friends and family.
Hi, my name is Jim Heinlein, independent agent and owner at Springwater Insurance Group, formerly known as Senior Insurance Services. And we recently decided to make that name change because we're offering so many different other types of insurances in addition to Medicare education and enrollment like we've been doing for 15 years. So if you have questions about Medicare or any other forms of insurances, give us a call at Springwater Insurance Group, 888-2600, or visit us at any of our 5 locations.
Welcome back. 7 minutes after the hour on this Wednesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. During our commercial break, we dropped down from 40 to 39 degrees under fair skies. Quite a bit of sunshine, really throughout the course of the forecast period. But temperatures, both the afternoon highs and the overnight lows, are going to be below normal for quite some time. Here's what's making news on this Wednesday. A Rock Island man was charged with armed domestic violence after police say he pulled a handgun on his spouse, then refused to come out of his home when deputies arrived. Robert Allen Meyer, 42 years old, was arrested when Douglas County Sheriff's deputies entered the home. This happened shortly after midnight on Sunday. They used a tactical team because Meyer was believed to be armed and a young child was in the house with him. They confiscated a pistol during the search. Prosecutors charged Meyer on Monday with second-degree assault. He's free on a $5,000 bond. He's under orders not to approach family members. Meyer has no previous felony record. Well, the Washington State Patrol will once again be out in force this month around Leavenworth looking for drunk drivers during the annual Oktoberfest celebration. The annual 3-day weekend festival, which starts this weekend, is known for its rollicking, beer-fueled fun, but Trooper John Bryant warns that taking that fun on the road would be a big mistake. Extra troopers will be patrolling the roads and also responding to citizens' reports of erratic driving. The Washington State Patrol's mobile impaired driving unit will also be on hand. The 37-foot motorhome is equipped with breath test equipment and holding cells. Bryant suggests celebrants who are drinking take one of the free or low-cost shuttles that are available. That's good common sense there. Chelan County commissioners appear to be hearing a lot of local opposition to federal plans to introduce grizzly bears into the North Cascades National Park. The proposal by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife and the National Park Service would bring up to 200 bears from Montana and British Columbia into the North Cascades over the next decade. Commissioners in Chelan and Okanagan counties are on record in opposition, claiming the bears pose a public safety threat. Commissioner Bob Boogert of Chelan County says comments received at a recent public meeting echoes those concerns.
Well, we do have tremendous potential for negative interactions with recreationalists in the North Cascades, and certainly what we heard a lot up in the Chelan public meeting was that the Pacific Crest Trail is an important asset to our community and to the Northwest in general, and that there could be tremendous risk in having negative interactions for people on the Pacific Crest Trail or many of the other trails there that would be negatively impacted. And you know, it's times have changed. You know, we've got how many million people in Washington State that many of them go up into the North Cascades, and the potential for interaction with an apex predator is pretty high. And so it's a risk that I think we should not be taking.
Commissioners hosted another meeting in Wenatchee that happened last night to get more public input. By the way, the deadline for submitting comments on the grizzly plan is October 24th. A Wenatchee dog owner who got into hot water for threatening to shoot a fellow dog walker in a public park received a sentence of electronic home monitoring and work release. Arlo Beatum, 41 years old, pleaded to misdemeanor charges of fourth-degree assault and harassment, got a 30-day suspended sentence. A further violation could mean jail time and a $5,000 fine. Beatum was originally charged with felony harassment after the confrontation at Pennsylvania Park, in which he allegedly pointed a pistol and threatened to shoot a man and his two dogs. Beatum denied the allegation. He was previously convicted of fourth-degree assault for the 2018 incident, in which he attacked a pedestrian also in the area of Pennsylvania Park. Well, one person suffered minor injuries after a car flipped on Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee. This happened about 10:15 yesterday morning. Officer Joe Hinkle of the East Wenatchee Police Department said the driver of the 2018 Subaru Forester ran a red light going south on Valley Mall Parkway and was hit by a 2009 Acura entering the intersection off of 6th Street. The Forester flipped on its top, but nobody inside was injured. The driver of the Acura suffered minor injuries, Hinkle said. An apparent paving scam rolled through Wenatchee a couple of weeks ago and left a real mess on the doorsteps of three quite unhappy customers. Our very own Jefferson Robbins hits the streets, and he came back with this report.
On September 16th, Joni Eller saw paving crews working on her neighbor's driveway. A company called United Paving, based out of Spokane and Moses Lake, offered her the same kind of work the same day for about $2,700.
They came over and started working on my driveway as it was getting dark. I was surprised they were starting in the dark, but I also understood that they've done a lot of road work, so I assumed that they were used to working in the dark.
An hour and a half later, Joni had a poorly chip-sealed driveway and a bill for $4,400, payable right then. Two of her neighbors who asked for their shared drive to be chip-sealed paid a total of $8,300. The work was poor, tar ran off into the gutters, and suddenly the contractors were gone.
By the time I could come out and look at the finished product the next morning, they'd already cashed my check at the bank. I have no recourse.
We tried to reach out to United Paving and its contractor, Charles Gallagher, but the phone number on its paperwork is disconnected. No company by that name is listed in records with the Washington Secretary of State or the Department of Revenue. A good sign that a company may not be legit. Now Joni and her neighbors are stuck with the shoddy work until their driveways can be ground down and repaved, which might not happen in time for winter. Jefferson Robbins, NCW Life.
Higher than your patio, higher than your concrete.
Thank you for that, Jefferson. And finally, on this Wednesday morning, Serve Wenatchee Valley, the faith-based social service agency that helps thousands of families in need each year. They're going to be moving into the Midtown building in downtown Wenatchee. That'll happen later on this month on October 21st. Serve Wenatchee Valley has outgrown its current building on South Mission Street. That's according to Thom Nees, the executive director. On Monday, I had a chance to go down and visit with Tom at their brand new location. We also took a tour of the new building as they get ready for the move. Take a look.
You folks at Serve Wenatchee Valley, you outgrew your old location on Mission Street. This has got to be a dream come true.
It truly is. We've been in our current location for a little over 14 years, and we are now seeing somewhere between 60 and 70 families a week. We've dealt with the stairs, that you had to come up with, the little complicated parking, that's out there. No parking. As in very little, very little dedicated for sure. And so to be able to spread out just a little bit and have more opportunity to serve our clients better, we're really excited about this move.
This has been a long-term progress, Tom. You've known for years that you had outgrown your facility. It was a matter of finding the right location. Location is key to this. You needed more room. Talk me to the process of it's like, okay, we can't do this any longer. We got to find a new home. Board of directors, let's do it. Walk me through that.
So we have been looking for probably about 8 years, and we've looked at different places around the community and just kind of kept an open heart and a posture. And there was a couple of conversations we had in the middle of this process that were somewhat happenstance. I had one conversation with somebody who talked to somebody else who said, hey, that space may be available. And so we came down here and looked, and we met with the folks of Midtown Ventures, and it worked perfectly, through the opportunity there. We had check boxes of a missional move. We really wanted it to serve the mission, not just to move for moving's sake. And this location checks all of those boxes that we were looking for.
And my conversation with Thom Nees and a little video tour will air in the second half of this program. Looking forward to that. 16 minutes after the hour. We got the news coming your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. Jefferson Robbins is in the anchor chair for Grant Olson, who's taking the week off. So Jefferson will fill your head full of the information you need to wrap up your Wednesday. We'll do it at 5 o'clock. We'll do it again at 6 o'clock, and you can watch it again at 10 o'clock on television, or as we like to say, the business, TV. You can also watch it on demand by going to our website at ncwlife.com. ncwlife.com. We have a live stream going 24/7, so whatever we're broadcasting on now, you can watch on your smart device or on your smart TV or even on your dumb TV, I suppose. And you can also watch the news on demand. We'll have it up and running, and you can just click on it and watch it whenever you darn well feel like it. And look at the bottom of your screen. That's how you get a hold of us. News at ncwlife.com. Drop us a note. We'd love to hear from you. News at ncwlife.com. You can also drop us a note by using our Facebook page or going to our website. Try to make it as easy as possible for you to get a hold of us. It's going to take a break. When we come back, sports, the obscure holiday, today in history, birthdays, and everybody is entitled to Mike McNally's opinion and the aforementioned Thom Nees. And we'll take a video tour of their new headquarters at Serve Wenatchee Valley. Good Wednesday for you. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
My awesome is being part of the Nez Perce tribe. We have a tourism company, and we highlight the history and culture of the Nez Perce people. I found Washington Trust Bank because they were very involved in the community. They believed in me. They definitely saw the need for this in our region. All the folks at Washington Trust Bank are phenomenal. They've done such a wonderful job helping me along my journey.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
We're back on a beautiful Wednesday morning. Let's do sports. The Eastmont Wildcats stunned last night at Eastmont Stadium. They lost to the Davis Pirates in girls soccer. The final was 2-1. It was a scoreless first half, and then Davis came out firing in the second half with 2 quick goals. Eastmont countered with a late goal by Megan Chandler, but it wasn't enough. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen had the call right here on the end. Well, we don't have the video. I'm sorry, we do not have the highlights, so we'll just go straight to the scoreboard, the Les Schwab scoreboard, for the rest of the soccer slate last night. As you see, Davis upsetting Eastmont. That was a bit of a stunner. Wenatchee shut out West Valley on the road 2-0. Okanagan was a 4-0 winner over Chelan. Cashmere got by Cascade 3-2. Quincy walloped Wapato 5-1. Ephrata shut out Toppenish 6-0. And Brewster mauled Manson 7-0. Let's head indoors to the volleyball courts. Scores from last night. Eastmont dropped the first game to Davis 25-5, but then rebounded to beat the Pirates 3-1. They won the next 3 sets 26-24, 25-7, and 25-21. Wenatchee played the defending state champion West Valley Rams tough in the first game, losing 24-26, and the Rams kicked it into high gear. They won the next 2 games for the sweep. Moses Lake out of Donnybrook with Sunnyside, edging the Grizzlies 3-2, with the match ending in a deciding 5th game, 15-11. In the CTL, Cascade shut out Cashmere 3-0. Chelan blanked Okanagan 3-0. In the CWAC, Quincy got by Prosser 3-1. Ephrata swept Othello 3-0. On the B volleyball courts last night, Wilson Creek beat Antioch 3-2. Manson took 5 games, but they did top Tenasket 3-2, and Brewster blanked Waterville Mansfield 25-20, 11 and 18. Moses Lake entertained West Valley and Sunnyside in the pool yesterday. Chiefs came out on top in the double duel, 143-55 over the Rams, 155-14 over the Grizzlies. Of course, the Seahawks take on the Rams on Thursday night football at CenturyLink Field. Russell Wilson, 9th in the NFL in passing yards, 2nd in quarterback rating, 8th in completions through 4 games. Coach Carroll says he could not be happier about the play of his quarterback.
I think he's off to his best start ever. I don't know what it looks like numbers-wise, but I think it is. He's, I don't think he's ever been more accurate than he's been and more consistent and in command of everything, So I think he's off to a great start. I mean, I don't care how big the numbers are. I'm not talking about how many yards or whatever. His play has just been really, really sharp.
Seahawks like playing on Thursday night, at least under Coach Pete Carroll. They're 8-1 on Thursday night games. Linebacker Bobby Wagner says the key to success is not treating the game special.
I think we don't let the pride time get to our heads. We treat it as a regular game. It's easy for guys to come in, young and watching Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night football and thinking it's a bigger deal than what it is. But, for the first day we got here, they always preached it's just a normal game and, we've kind of normalized the game. So it doesn't feel like a big game, doesn't feel different than any other game, and you don't feel like you have to do more, do whatever to show or prove something. And I feel like that's probably why it speaks to the success we've had.
The Rams come into the game 3-1. Of course, they went to the Super Bowl last year, so they're pretty good. Wagner says Jared Goff continues to lead the Rams offense with great maturity.
Just his reads, the way he picks up reads, the way he, he's really, really good at play action. He's able to, get outside the pocket, get the ball to his targets really, really fast. He makes really good reads at the line, good checks at the line. And that's probably what stands out to me. I think over the years he's, taking more control of the offense, taking more control of where everybody is going. So I think when he was a rookie, he was kind of still trying to learn his way. And as he's gotten older and as he's matured, you can see him understanding the offense, understanding what is expected of him, and taking control of their offense.
Seahawks are 1-0 in conference play. Of course, after knocking off Arizona last weekend, they'll go for a second consecutive win against the Rams Thursday night in front of a national TV audience. Kickoff on Fox at 5:20. And hey, if yesterday's first game of the Major League Baseball postseason is any indication, we're in for a great postseason. It was a great National League wild card game last night. In our nation's capital, the Washington Nationals came from behind and beat the Brew Crew from Milwaukee. The final was 4-3. They were trailing 3-1 at the bottom of the 8th inning. Bases loaded. Washington's Juan Soto slapped a base hit to right field, then got past the right fielder for the Brewers, Trent Grisham. All 3 base runners scored. The fans at Nationals Park went nuts. Steven Strasburg, in his first ever relief appearance, through 3 innings, struck out 4, allowed no runs for the victory. The Nationals now head to Los Angeles to face the Dodgers in the National League Division Series. Tonight's wildcard game is the American League wildcard game. Oakland will host Tampa Bay. First pitch at 6:09. We do have the highlights from last night's Eastmont and Davis soccer game for you now. So here they are.
Islas, shot across, looking for Cup. Trying again. There to Cup. There's the shot. Goal, 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 goal. And Davis takes the lead. Melchor into the box. Melchor, this could be a good opportunity. Shot to the side. That shot, and there's a penalty kick. There is a penalty kick, and things just went from bad to worse. Islas and Fry. Fry and Islas. 2 actors, 1 stage. There's the shot, and she stops it. Wow, what a brilliant stop. But play continues. Play continues. There's Islas again. Shot across. Ball sent to the corner kick. Matt Wisen. That has to be the play of the game so far.
Definitely.
No question about it.
I personally think that was justice served. That was a unwarranted penalty, and karma played a little role there, not to take anything away from Miss Fry. An outstanding save.
The ball for Mendez. Mendez waiting for it is Olivas. Mendez.
Ooh.
Play continues. That looked like a penalty to me.
There's the second penalty.
And it's Jordan Jolly getting the right foot ready. Charlie, the shot, and it goes in. It's 2-0 Pirates. Chandler, right-footed. Chandler, the shot. Chandler! Goal, 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 goal! And these last 3 minutes promise to be something to behold, Matt Wisen.
Quite a shot, definitely. I don't think the keeper, I don't know. Did you see much of a reaction out of her? She just kind of really just kind of walking back like it might go over the top. And yeah, that was a great shot nonetheless. With 35 out.
Here's the kick. Into the box. Chandler the header. Goal! Goal! No, let's see what the referee's calling it. Let's see what the referee's calling it. No, he called it a handball. He called a handball. And that will not count. How heartbreakingly close. What do you think of the positioning of the goalkeeper right now? Their goalkeeper. There's a shot, and this one sails over. Close, but it sails over.
You know, she was about right, depending on, there's the match.
And there's the whistle that tells us that the Davis Pirates have pulled off the upset, defeating the Eastmont Wildcats 2-1.
Glad we could get those highlights in, even though Eastmont did suffer the upset loss. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Wednesday at 27 minutes after the hour. I had 7 different obscure holidays to choose from. It's National Custodial Workers Recognition Day. It's National Name Your Car Day. My first car had a name. National Fried Scallops Day. National Pumpkin Seed Day. National Coffee with a Cop Day. National Produce Misting Day. There's actually a day for that. But I'm going to go with National Walk to School Day. It's the first, always held the first Wednesday in October. Perfect time to encourage kids to get a little exercise. Walking's good for you, and it's good exercise without, you know, ruining your joints in your feet like running or jogging would. I walked to school every day. In elementary school, I went to Washington Elementary School. It was K through 6 back then, so I spent, 9 of the best years of my life at Washington Elementary, but we walked to school every day. And then when I went to Orchard Junior High School, I walked to school, I think like 7th grade, and then after that, my buddy down the street, his mom had to get to work at a certain time, so she would just drive us to school. And then, of course, once you get to high school. Anyway, National Walk to School Day. Celebrate it today, kids. Walk to school, unless you live in, Malaga or something like that, and walking to school simply isn't applicable. But if you can walk to school, all right? Today in history, it's the second day of October. This is the 100th anniversary. It's 100 years ago today that President Woodrow Wilson suffered a massive stroke. Almost killed him, didn't. It left him partially paralyzed. The White House went into immediate damage control. He's going to be okay. He did eventually recover, but basically for the rest of his presidency, he was out of it. His wife, Edith, took over the presidency. She ran it. The president was bedridden, and the cabinet members and the secretaries and the congressmen said, "Can we see the president?" And she said, "He's a little tired. I'll take care of it." Edith Wilson ran the presidency while her husband recovered, and he did eventually recover, but he suffered the stroke that would eventually take his life many, many years later. It happened 100 years ago today. Now, of course, we have the 27th Amendment, and if this happened today, the First Lady wouldn't just take over the White House without anybody knowing it. Happy 69th birthday to Peanuts, the most influential and popular comic strip of all time. There it is, the very first Peanuts. Yeah, the name Peanuts was coined by Universal Syndicate. That was the syndicate that did it. Charles Schultz didn't like the name Peanuts, but he had no role in that. No question, the most popular and influential comic strip of all time. 17,897 strips published in all of them written, and all of them drawn by Charles Schultz. Peanuts was first published for the very first time on October 2nd, 1950. Good old Charlie Brown. 52 years ago today, October 2nd, 1967, right before the Supreme Court began their session, Thurgood Marshall was sworn in. by Hugo Black as the first African-American justice in the history of the United States Supreme Court. We have since had one other, and that's it. We can do better than that. Thurgood Marshall made history on this date 52 years ago today, and I will never forget what happened 41 years ago today. I watched it on TV in Dave Peterson's class at Orchard Junior High. He had a TV. I said, I gotta watch the game. It was a day game. He said, if you sit in the corner and you don't make any noise, I'll let you watch the game. I'm talking about the one-game playoff for the American League East between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. After the Yankees had fallen behind 14 games out of first place just 2 months earlier, it all came down to this. Bucky Dent, take it away.
Deep to left. Yastrzemski will not get it. It's a home run. A 3-run home run for Bucky Dent. The Yankees now lead it by a score of 3-2. Bucky Dent has just hit his 5th home run of the year into the screen. And look at that Yankee bench, led by Bob Lemon. Big Cliff Johnson out there. And a happy Bucky Dent. Yankees now lead 3-2.
Ah, the memories. Of course, the Yankees went on to defeat the Royals and then the Dodgers for yet another world championship. There's Bucky. I could watch that video all the time. What a great moment. And it was also it was simply a really, really good baseball game, too. It helped. It was that my Yankees won. Birthdays at 32 minutes after the hour. Mahatma Gandhi, born in this state in 1869, the freedom fighter. Eventually, of course, India gained its independence from Great Britain. He was an activist, a philosopher. Of course, he didn't invent nonviolent civil disobedience, but he led the way. And ironically enough, two of the most famous people of all time who preached nonviolent civil disobedience, Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr., were both murdered in public. Mahatma Gandhi, born in the state in 1869, assassinated at the age of 78 in 1948. Groucho Marx, the American comedian and actor, the most famous of all the Marx brothers, was born in the state in 1890. He had a career outside of the Marx brothers as well. He was a game show host. He was a talk show panelist. Interesting guy. Groucho Marx, born in the state in 1890, died in 1977 at the age of 86. And Gordon Matthew Thomas Sumner, you know him as Sting, the English singer, songwriter, bass player. He acts. He's won a bunch of awards. I think he's got like 16 Grammy Awards, something like that. Sting is 68 years old today. Somebody should probably tell him. 33 minutes after the hour. We're going to take a break. When we come back, everybody is entitled to Mike McNalty's opinion. Then my video tour of the brand new location, the brand new headquarters of Serve Wenatchee Valley. They're not open yet. I got some work to do, but Thom Nees and I took a little tour on Monday. We'll show that to you when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today, 509-663-1710.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
When you think of Doghouse Motorsports, you might think of motorcycles, but there's a lot more in this house. How about Honda power equipment? From snow blowers to lawnmowers to generators and even water pumps, Honda is the brand that sets the standards. Perhaps you need an ATV or UTV. The Doghouse has the largest selection anywhere. Did we mention watercraft and snowmobiles? And of course, we have motorcycles too. Back it up with terrific customer service and you have Wenatchee's best motorsports store 5 years running. Isn't it time for you to be in the Doghouse?
Hi, I'm Lehman Williams, General Manager of Crown Furniture and Mattress. 3 years ago, we decided to make a change to focus on products built in the USA. We made this decision based on better construction, better quality, and better warranties. At Crown Furniture and Mattress, we take great pride in knowing with each and every delivery, we're not just delivering furniture, we're delivering quality and comfort for your family to enjoy for years to come. So stop by and feel the difference at 736 South Wenatchee Avenue, across from Stan's.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody in it is entitled to my opinion. Now, when it comes to women, President Trump is a pig. Now, I'm sorry. His disrespectful attitude towards women is just beyond the pale. And Bill Clinton is also a pig for similar reasons. His willingness to use his power and position to sexually exploit a subordinate in the Oval Office of all places comes from the same attitude and disrespect towards women that is expressed by our current president. Now, I'm sorry. This is why, like them or not, I have respect for men like George W. Bush and Barack Obama for all their appearances, are faithful and respectful husbands and good fathers to their children. This is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and that's my opinion.
The Cottage Inn has been a Wenatchee Valley landmark since 1940, making it one of the longest-running locally owned restaurants around. And it's better than ever. Steak, seafood, and their famous homemade desserts for dinner, wonderful lunch items, and breakfast on Sundays, all made from scratch and at an affordable price. It's no wonder the Cottage Inn has been so popular for over 75 years. Enjoy a fabulous meal today at the Cottage Inn on Easy Street in Old Station.
My name is Ralph Sorensen, and I own Homestead Vinyl Products. We make vinyl fencing. We manufacture the vinyl fencing here. We also sell and install vinyl fencing.
Along with that, Homestead Vinyl Products sells cedar, chain link, custom designed vinyl pergolas, arbors, gazebos, and ornamental fencing. To view complete projects, check their website, homesteadvinylpr.net, or stop by their showroom in Entiat on Highway 97A.
And we're back on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. The man to my immediate left is no stranger to this program, Thom Nees, Executive Director of Serve Wenatchee Valley. And we are out of the studio and in their brand new location, which is, as you can tell behind us, still a little under construction. But Thom Nees has got to be one of the most excited guys in the Wenatchee Valley. For you folks at Serve Wenatchee Valley, you outgrew your old location on Mission Street. This has got to be a dream come true.
It truly is. We've been in our current location for a little over 14 years, and we are now seeing somewhere between 60 and 70 families a week. We've dealt with the stairs, that you had to come up with, the little complicated parking, that's out there. No parking. As in very little, very little dedicated for sure. And so to be able to spread out just a little bit and have more opportunity to serve our clients better, we're really excited about this move.
This has been a long-term progress, Thom. You've known for years that you had outgrown your facility. It was a matter of finding the right location. Location is key to this. You needed more room. Talk me to the process of, it's like, okay, we can't do this any longer. We got to find a new home. Board of directors, let's do it. Walk me through that.
So we have been looking for probably about 8 years, and we've looked at different places around the community and just kind of kept an open heart and a posture. And there was a couple of conversations we had in the middle of this process that were somewhat happenstance. I had one conversation with somebody who talked to somebody else who said, hey, that space may be available. And so we came down here and looked, and we met with the folks of Midtown Ventures, and it worked perfectly through the opportunity there. We had check boxes of a missional move. We really wanted it to serve the mission, not just to move for moving's sake. And this location checks all of those boxes that we were looking for.
And we should probably tell people where we are. I mean, if you're familiar with downtown Wenatchee at all, it used to be known as the Professional Center for years and years and years. The building is at the corner of Orondo and Wenatchee Avenue, right in the heart of downtown Wenatchee, and they are remodeling and repurposing the entire building from top to bottom, including this particular area, which most recently was the regional office for the Red Cross, correct?
That's right. Yep, American Red Cross was in here, and we're not going to occupy the entire space the Red Cross had. They had some storage area that was in the back, and they're repurposing that. But in the front here, we're going to end up with somewhere around 2,700 square feet, and where we currently are really is functionally 1,100 square feet. We have square footage in the upstairs, which is another flight of about 15 stairs to get up, and so we use that for some storage. And then of course in the basement, that's included in square footage too. But functionally, as far as how we serve our clients, it's really over double, almost triple the square footage.
And you're still downtown, and that's critical. You're centrally located, because for your clients and the people who you're serving at Serve Wenatchee Valley, you got to be in a somewhat downtown core, don't you?
Yeah, that was part of one of those missional check boxes that we were looking for, is to make sure that we were in an area in the core of our community, and make sure that we're close to link bus stops and things for access. We've got a significant parking lot that's out here to the east toward Pybus. We've got it on almost all one level. You have a couple of stairs to get down, but we really eliminate that part of it as well. But being in the core of our community was really high on our wish list.
And visibility too, because Serve Wenatchee Valley at their old location, it was an old house, probably 100 years old, I'm guessing, the house you're in. So easy to drive right by the Brandenburg Apartments. Before you know it, you went past it. This is, from a visibility standpoint, you couldn't ask for anything better than this.
It is. We are going to have to do some signage difference, because if folks know the American Red Cross was in here, they weren't necessarily a drop-in client-based outreach. And so it's been interesting, the comment when I said we're moving into the Red Cross building, there's almost a pause and sort of I know where that is, I think, largely because the signage was facing the east. And so if you were coming up from Pybus, you could see it. But if you're coming down from Wenatchee Avenue, it was largely unseen. So we are going to do some signage stuff on the outside, and that will make a significant difference for visibility. The challenge we have, of course, is we've been in the space that we've been in now for 14 years. And making sure that we communicate as much as we can to our clients and to folks where we've moved, because it's likely going to take a year. We serve some folks and they don't come back for a year, until they might need some extra assistance. And so we've got to overly communicate this new space, but I think we're going a long way toward that.
It's a much bigger space, I'm assuming, and I probably shouldn't cast assumptions. I'm assuming it's going to cost you more. Is this a bit of a budget buster? What does this do to your bottom line at Serve Wenatchee Valley?
It does increase the budget a little bit. Midtown Ventures was very generous in the way that it came out. So when I first looked at this and what I thought it was going to be, they helped and were very generous toward the rent. So it is, but it is going to increase just a little bit. The place we were at was also going to go up. It changed ownership last year, and so we knew that there was going to be a bit of an increase. And so actually the increase over what they were going to increase is not as much, but we still are stepping up just a little bit. And so that will be a challenge for any nonprofit organization making it work. But I think people will see the mission, they'll see the vision of what we're accomplishing and the value of this new space. And we, again, are a donor-supported, 100% donor-supported outreach, and I believe that the community and our church partners will come together to help make this a reality for our clients.
They've never let you down yet.
Nope, there's always been a provision.
You ready for a tour? Yeah. We've been teasing this new space, but let's do a video tour. Tom and I are going to take a quick break. When we come back, Thom Nees is going to take you through a guided tour of what this place will be like once they get ready to open, we'll talk about that timeline and everything else. But we're going to take you around the new headquarters of Serve Wenatchee Valley. When we come back, you're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
After 21 years at the Lake Chelan Mailboxes store, Jerry and Sherry are ready to retire. Jerry and Sherry would like to thank everyone and give some lucky person a business opportunity. That's right, you could own a great small business in Lake Chelan with a proven track record. This includes FedEx, UPS, and USPS services, making it a unique offer. For information on buying Chelan mailboxes, call Jerry or Sherry, and while you're there, wish them well.
Well, we're outside and we're ready to take the tour of the new headquarters of Serve Wenatchee Valley. Going to have to use your imagination here a little bit because obviously we're not ready to move in quite yet, Tom. So you were talking about signage, you were talking about visibility. Here we are.
Put a sign right out here on this corner here. That's going to be a flag type sign similar to what's across the street, so it can be seen from Wenatchee Avenue and coming up the street. All of this is going to be continuing to be open. We want a very open atmosphere, so we're not going to put coverings on the windows because we want people to be able to see and look in.
Take that microphone with you there, Tom.
And then as we walk in here, this is going to be our welcome area. I mentioned that there are a lot of partners in our community that are helping to be able to get this started. One of the great partners is Confluence Health. We're getting some of their overstock items when they've transferred stuff out, so we're going to have this set up to be a beautiful waiting area. The welcome counter is going to be here, and our volunteers are going to meet folks when they first walk in here.
I got to tell you right now, this is so much bigger than the welcoming area that you have at your current location, which you can't get more than 4 or 5 people in there. That's it. So
no, that's exactly right. And so this will be a nice area. That over there, that little platform is going to be a place for some kids' toys and some things like that when we have kids that come in. So that'll be a wonderful place too. And then we walk in here, and around the corner here is going to be our kitchen area. And so the Midtown Ventures is putting in a kitchenette for us, so we'll have sink countertop there, and all of our food that we serve out of here. We've got a lot of, as a matter of fact, about 65% of the families we see are needing some food. And so in addition to the 5 food banks we operate, we do serve some of our folks out of here, so this will be a kitchenette area.
Do you have a kitchenette in your current location?
Yes, it is about the size of a postage stamp. And so it does, to keep that stocked, we don't have a lot of storage areas, so we're constantly running back and forth to the warehouse to stock it. This will give us the ability to have more on in-house to be able to stock that. This back here we're going to set up as a training area, and this is where our meetings will be for some large group gatherings and an opportunity to do some volunteer training, also some leadership training that we want to do, and it spreads out nice.
Big room. Love the big room.
Yep, we're going to put a projector on top, so we'll be able to access media to be able to have some presentation type stuff in here, which is certainly something we've never had before. And so this is going to be a great opportunity to do some training things that we've wanted to do for a long time.
Let me ask you, Tom, who did the architectural work on this? And did you guys have a vision to say this is what I'd like, or do they say these are our needs, so this is what we're going to do for you?
Well, part of the architectural existed. And so, when you have a building that's existing already, you come in and you take advantage of what is existing in the space.
Sure,
and so
some of the walls are buried walls. They're not going to go anywhere.
When we walked in and saw this was an immediate connection to that vision.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Where to, Tom?
So over here, we've got our painting going on. Greetings.
How are you?
This is going to be our intake office, and so these windows that are here will be able to have our intake volunteers in there that are working with our clients that are doing intake and getting them into our system, and they will also have great access to the front. This is going to be Donna, our clearinghouse director's office, is going to be right here, and so she's going to have, again, access and visual line of sight. and connection to what's going on here at the front office.
That explains the interior windows. You want to be able to see out.
Yep, you'll be able to see out. And then we're going to walk down here. On the right is going to be our server room.
This is Tom's office.
That's where well, they did put me as far back as they possibly could, but they are giving me a little bit larger space than that. This is going to be Teresa. She is our office manager. And so she's going to have this opportunity to be back here, and it's a little bit more off the grid, but yet she's still very connected to our volunteers. So she's got a great line of sight to the front. And so
interior window that's going to go
interior window that'll, yep, look out that way. And then over here is where my office will be. And so I'll be moving back in here. It's the one that's farthest back and off the grid. You know, I did fight a little bit for that, you know, for that one with the side window, because I would have an escape hatch, you know, if I ever needed one. So I'm not going to have that escape hatch, but this is where my office will be. And
again, considerably larger than what you've been dealing with in the past.
Significantly larger. It gives a great opportunity to meet with folks in here.
And it should be pointed out to our viewers who don't know, Tom doesn't spend a lot of time in your office. You're out and about doing things all the time.
No, that's true. And so
you're not one of those chain behind a desk kind of guys. Never have been.
Nope, and never will be.
Yeah.
And to me, that's part of my role, is being out in the community and interacting with our community. And so that's going to continue.
Anything else you want to look at while we have you here, Tom?
You know, the only thing that I would add is we do have about 3 stairs that you walk down. So back in that corner where that doorway is.
Take a look. This might be the most fascinating part of all of the tour, I think.
Back in this corner where the where this hallway is, they've done a little bit of reconstruction here to make this available to us. Back toward the end of that hallway, and on the left-hand side is an elevator. And so that elevator is going to give us the opportunity.
Apparently one of the contractors doesn't want to be on TV.
Is going to give us an opportunity to have elevator access to our space here to avoid those couple of stairs that are in the front. And so for folks that need that access, then you will access that off of Wenatchee Avenue, take the elevator down, and wheel right in here to our Serve Wenatchee space.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I say we go move that boulder. What do you think? The two of us can probably do it.
There's
take a shot at
there's
it?
a dandy boulder in there.
Just
that.
take a look at it.
All right.
It's kind of
I
cool.
just bet you can't move it.
You're doing a heck of a job, by the way. I don't care what you say. So for the tenants of this building, this is going to be a shared storage space for all the people who are going to be renting space in the building.
So that's my understanding. I don't want to speak for Midtown Ventures, but my understanding is that this will be kind of a shared storage space for tenants.
So give me the timeline, Tom, now that we're here, as far as moving out of the old place, because everybody knows moving is a necessity, but it's also a real pain in the rear end. Where are we at timeline between now and opening day?
So I anticipate by the end of this week, painting is going to be done. They're putting new lighting in. That should be done. We're going to be doing some work with getting our electronics in, our low voltage, wiring and stuff. And so our first day in this place is going to be the 21st of October. That's Monday. Our last day at the other space is going to be on the 17th of October. And so that's a Thursday. So our goal is to be able to do this without an interruption to service. That's what we really want to do, and it's going to take a group of volunteers to come in and make that all happen. But the way this is progressing here, the way that we're getting things taken care of, in advance and in preparation for this, I think that is an achievable goal to be able to make this move without interruption to service for our clients.
On the weekend of the 18th, 19th, and 20th, you're going to want big, strong guys who aren't very bright.
Right.
Is that pretty much about what you're looking for in pickup trucks?
Yeah, so somebody that would want to come in and try to move that rock. That would be excellent.
If people say, "I'll lend you a hand, Tom. I got a pickup truck and I got a strong back and some work gloves," just get a hold of you.
So yeah, call us at the office at 663-4673. It's One Hope has been our number from the beginning, and so they can reach out and talk to them there, and we'll let you know of the timeline. The bulk of the moving is going to take place on Thursday evening, the 17th, and all day Friday on the 18th. And so that's kind of the timing.
And you don't have to move too far either.
No, it's not too far. However, I don't want folks to have to pick up a chair and move it for 2.5 blocks. That's even a little bit too much to ask. So the addition of some moving equipment would be helpful.
There you go. So it's been an 8-year process, but you're almost here. It's just down to the final few weeks.
Yeah.
So
We are truly excited about this. As a matter of fact, Bob Shepard, the outgoing or the retired executive director here, just made a statement in a quote that I released in the press release, was that it has been said that God is slow, but he's never late. And I love that picture because it seems like the perfect time, and the time is now. And Serve Wenatchee is on the move.
I'm so excited for you, Tom. This is great news, really good news. Once you're all in and settled down, we'd like to come back and pay you a visit.
I would love for you to do that.
I got a bunch of artwork I don't even need anymore. I got Velvet Elvis paintings and dogs playing poker and all kinds of things like that.
Sneaking hunch that if you brought that stuff, it would end up in my office because there's somebody else that would look at that and say, over my dead body. So it'll end up in my office.
Thom Nees, by the way, Tom is spelt with an H of Serve Wenatchee Valley. And again, if you want to help out on the big move, 663-1-HOPE, right?
It's actually 509-1-HOPE.
1-HOPE.
663-4673. Yep.
Google it. That's what I do. Tom, it's good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Club Crow is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow Saturday nights. We have live bands to rock the night away. Club Crow is bringing comedy to Cashmere. Check out our Facebook page for upcoming dates. Live jam session first Sunday of every month. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
Come see how very different you will feel in your Bullfrog Spa.
And we are back. A couple of minutes to go before we wrap it up and send you down the road. One quick little note before we do the weather forecast. Tune in tomorrow because I'll be giving away a pair of tickets to see Dan Miller's Cowboy Music Review. This is all part of the Wenatchee Community Concert Association's series of concerts. This is concert number 2. We'll be giving away tickets all the way through the month of March of next year as each of the new acts come into town. The show itself is going to be on Sunday. This Sunday at the Wenatchee High School Auditorium. Dan Miller's Cowboy Music Review. Your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Dan. It's Dan and his daughter and another lovely young lady, and they sing traditional cowboy western music. They are incredibly entertaining, and you can win a pair of tickets tomorrow on this program. So tune in and win free tickets thanks to our friends at the Wenatchee Community Concert Association. All right, let's take a look at the forecast. One more time. It's chilly. It is, we dipped down to 39 degrees at the very beginning of this program. Now we're down to 37 outside of our studios. But we're going to gradually warm up. Going to get up to about 58 degrees under quite a bit of sunshine today. Couple of clouds coming in and coming out tonight, 43 for the overnight low. Slight chance of some light rain on Thursday. Outside of that, we're going to have mostly sunny skies with a high near 60 degrees. A weak little weather system's going to drop in on Saturday. Not really going to bug us a great deal. In fact, ironically enough, and pleasantly enough, the evening hours we're going to cloud up a little bit, but during the day we'll have quite a bit of sunshine. And not a bad weekend at all. Saturday, a mixture of clouds and sun. We'll get up to about 64, 66 on Sunday. All of these temperatures, by the way, your afternoon highs and your overnight lows are below normal. We only hit 57 yesterday. Our normal high is supposed to be right around 70. Everybody have a fantabulous Wednesday, provided the show isn't canceled. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.